Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ryan here, creating a new life through the internet, digital marketing, and online businesses explained. Today, we're going to go over traffic and the different kinds of traffic that there are. There's three different kinds, basically three different types of traffic. I'm going to go over in a minute here. But when I was starting out, I started out with like Facebook ads, learning Facebook ads, and I kind of like thought like, this is kind of like the only way to do it. You can spend a couple bucks and Facebook will send whatever you want to thousands of people. Like I was, that's awesome. Spend a couple bucks, 1,000 people see it, and you just need some of them to buy, and you'll make your money back and more. I ended up wasting a lot of money because I realized a lot of people, they don't buy like the first time they see something. It takes like multiple times for them to learn about you and your products and the benefits of it, for them to actually want to pull out their wallet and give you their money. So yeah, and you actually, if that's all you're focusing on, you end up losing a lot of customers because they see it once and then they don't buy. Well, what are you going to do? How are you going to talk to them again? You got to send some more ads and hopefully they see your ad again. And it got to the point that because I didn't understand traffic and the different types of traffic, that I almost gave up. I was like, I've been spending all this money on ads and not that many people are buying. Like, what am I doing here? I got to figure out something. And that's when I discovered the three types of traffic. So basically, there's only three kinds of traffic. There's traffic that you control. There's traffic that you don't own, and then the best one, the traffic that you actually own. So first, we'll kind of go over the traffic that you control, which again, that's like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, paying influencers to give you a shout out, whatever. Now, this is your way to get like some fresh eyes onto you and your products and services, but most of the time it just kind of stops there. You send out the ads, they see it the one time, they don't buy, and then that's it. You controlled it because you're the one that spent the money to send it to who you want to send it to. But yeah, you don't own that traffic. If you're using Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, he owns that traffic. He owns all those people, and you're paying him to say, hey, send this ad to some of your people, your traffic that you actually own, because he owns that traffic. The next kind is like traffic that you don't own. So this would be like organic traffic. So somehow someone stumbled upon you or your services or whatever from whatever. Maybe the friend told them about you, like, hey, I seen this guy selling this or whatever. It seems pretty cool. You should check him out or whatever. Here's his website. Or I mean, if you've done any like SEO work and you're organically in Google and someone searches something and they see you or whatever, you don't really control what they're going to see because you don't know how they got to you in the first place. So you got to keep that in mind when you're making your like landing pages or whatever. So if somebody hears from their friend about you and they go to here and they go to the site and it's just some like big high-end offer where they've never heard of you before, so they're not going to buy. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. So on all your stuff, you got to kind of, even if people have heard of you before, you got to realize like some people haven't. So you got to always kind of remind everyone like who you are, what you're about, kind of tell your backstory. Again, marketing is all storytelling with the intent to sell at the end. So those are the first two, the kind you control, like paid advertisements, like Facebook ads, stuff like that. The traffic you don't own, which again, that's like a friend tells a friend about you, or they kind of search you organically on Google or something like that. And then the king of them all, what your whole goal should be, is the traffic that you own. This by far is the best traffic to have. If you get good at this, like, you'll become financially free. Basically, it's the biggest asset you can have in any internet or online business. So you kind of create this by utilizing the other two. So once you're paying for ads and people are organically finding you or whatever, when they go to your opt-in page or your landing page or whatever, you want to collect some information from them, either like their email, their phone number, address, however you're going to contact them, again, whatever makes most sense for your business. And then one of my favorites is like getting them on my chat bot, which I explained earlier. Chat bot is basically like hooks up to your Messenger and Facebook, and it auto engages with your customers. You can broadcast a message to all of them at one time if you want. And the best part about this is once you have them on whatever list it is, their phone number or their address, you can send them mail whenever you want. It's free because you own it. You have their email list. They voluntarily gave it to you. How much does it cost for you to send out an email? It doesn't cost anything. You just type it in and send it out. So that's what's so powerful about it. Once you own the traffic, like you can just retarget whenever you want, re-engage whenever you want, and it's all free. I mean, even if you're thinking about launching a new product or something and you got 5,000 people on your email list, now you're like, I wonder, let's say this shirt, it's a nice Weezer shirt. I didn't make it, but pretend like I made this shirt. I haven't put it in production yet, and I want to know if people would like this shirt. Well, I got 5,000 people that are already engaged with me who have bought my stuff before. I can for free send them all an email like, hey, what do you guys think about this shirt? Would you buy this shirt? And then you get people to respond. They're like, oh yeah, I love that shirt. And then you can even send them another one. I mean, how much would you pay for this shirt at most? Like, would you pay $30 for this shirt? And you'll get your answers, and you let the market kind of decide what your next product or service is. And again, it's all free because you've already paid for this traffic at some point, or got organic traffic and then put them onto a list. I want to reinforce that concept too about people need to see something a couple times before they buy it. So, I mean, basically a good strategy, you build kind of like a sales funnel. So a sales funnel is just a fancy term of like a sales process. So you initially you get the customer and kind of explain what you do, and you kind of lead them along this process to end up buying what you want them to buy. So first you kind of send them to like a landing page or a squeeze page, and you want to give them some sort of value or whatever in exchange for their email. Then once you own that traffic, it sends them to like your offer. And like I said, most time people, they see your offer initially and they're like, sounds good, but I don't know if I really need that or really want that. So they end up clicking off or whatever. But now that they're on your list, you can start sending them emails every day, every couple days or whatever, providing more value and always reminding them and sending them back to your offer. So now after they've heard from you a few times or whatever, like, hey man, this guy knows what he's talking about, I'm going to check out this offer. And then that goes into a whole nother thing about offer stacking and sequencing and that kind of stuff. But yeah, and eventually you'll just keep talking to them all for free, and eventually they'll buy. So on the first initial time seeing the offer, you might get a couple people. By the first email, you get a couple more. The second one, a couple more. Second more. It's just like this big circle that keeps on going, you know. And then me personally, I like actually subscribing the traffic to my bot list, my chat bot list. I mean, you should kind of do both an email and a bot list, but chat bots is incredible. If you know anything about like open rates and click-through rates, basically there's two metrics that you kind of want to look at. The open rate, so when you send out an email, what percentage of people actually open that? So say you have 1,000 people on your list, you send an email to all of them, average about 40% of those people, so like 400 people are going to actually open that email. 600 aren't even going to look at it. And then click-through rate is whatever's in your email you want them to do, like, hey, check out the offer again or whatever, click on this link. Out of the 400 that open the email, average for emails about 8 to 10% will actually click through. So say it's great and you get 10%. So out of those 400 people that open it, only 40 people are actually going to click through. And then again, there's even less of those that are going to convert into customers. But if you look at the average over all the industries of chatbot open rate and click-through rates, the average open rate on a bot is like 80 to 90%, sometimes 95%. It's like insane. So basically you have 1,000 people on your bot list. You send out a broadcast to all of them, like blah, blah, blah. Check out the special offer again or whatever. And then someone going to click through. Now, what's crazy, I just said the email click-through rate average is like maybe 8 to 10%. Chatbots, click-through rate average is 40 to 50%. So out of those, the email you sent to 1,400 people are going to open it. The bot you send to the same 1,000 people, like 800, 900 and open it. We'll just say 800. And the click-through rate on the emails, you're going to get like 40 people to do what you want them to do. Out of now the 800 from the bot, you're going to get 40 to 50 that click through. So like 350 to 400 people are going to actually click through. And you can imagine between 40 people seeing your offer and 350, 400 people seeing your offer, like how many more you're going to get converted. So yeah, that's why I do the bots. That's why I'm involved in the bots so heavily, because it's just a great tool. Like I said, I mean, you still would always have an email list also. And like I was saying, these lists are like your biggest asset on an online business. So like for an email list, an average, like even if you're bad at marketing and all that, your offer's not that great or whatever, an average for like a bad person is like $1 per month per subscriber. So that means, say you have like 1,000 people on your email list. Every month you should be making at least $1,000 off those people. You have 10,000 subscribers, you should be making $10,000. You have 100,000 subscribers, average, you should make 100,000 a month per this average. But yeah, but the better and better you get at all this kind of stuff, like you'll start getting $2 per email per subscriber, $4, $8, even $10. So imagine you're getting $8 per subscriber and you have 10,000 people on your email list. That's $80,000 every month. What could you do with $80,000? So sinking in, guys. That's what I'm trying to make. My point is that there's 3 types of traffic. The traffic that you control, the traffic you don't own, and the traffic that you own. I'm not saying that, well, I am kind of saying that the one you own is the best one, but you need all 3 of them. You need to do work on all 3. But you need to get your list built. Once you get that list built, your life will change. Even if you're only getting $1 per email a month, like build your list up to $5,000 or 5,000 people, like $5,000 extra a month. Like most people don't have to work really if they're getting that much money. I mean, and you constantly just keep growing your list. Before you know it, a couple of years, you'll have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions on your list. Imagine if you had 1 million people on your email list. That's crazy. You're set, your kids are set, you're probably your grandkids, I don't know. So yeah, that's today's lesson. I just kind of wanted to go over the 3 different types of traffic, why they're all important, but mostly why you want to own the traffic. That's the most important thing. I need to drill in your heads. Building your list. You need to build a list. I would suggest doing an email list and a chatbot list, but also, I mean, depending on what you're doing, like a home address list or a phone number, like if you're your thing works best. If you're texting people, you can text people all the time for free now. If you have their number, you can send them direct mail if you have their address. So whatever applies best to whatever you're trying to do, that's kind of the information you would want to get. But mostly, I would say in general, get an email list, which email is going to be lasting for a long time. And then right now, I do a bot list because, like I said, it's crazy open and click-through rates, crazy engagements. Besides all that, there's a lot of different things you can do with chatbots. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe. Again, give me some comments, guys. Let me know what you've been thinking about these videos. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you like, what you don't like. Give me some suggestions maybe on what you want to hear about. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.